Well, good morning everybody. How you all doing? Whittler Dave. Well, I'm going to try to video this outside. It's too pretty to be in the shop. I'm by myself, working on this shallow relief carving and everything. Hope everybody has a blessed 4th of July. I'm just setting fence posts and pickets and stuff like that. Gosh, it's a beautiful day out. The birds are cheeping. I love it. I love being outside. I do. I was on my big bench a while ago finishing up that big bread bowl of mine. I'll have to take pictures and show it to you and everything. And I got my Cottonwood house, a fairy house done. And I will, it's in the barn right now. I'm not going to go in and get it. But yeah, I think it turned out nice. For the first cottonwood I've ever carved, I kind of fell in love with it. There's truly more I'd like to do if I could get the right piece. If I could just hold, I would love to be somewhere where I could get just a very unique piece. Had a lot of inclusions in it and different peaks and different shapes bending everywhere. Because, I see things that people don't see. And it would just be so awesome to live in a place that you could actually get it, but I don't. So I'm starting to look at different places and everything. I know there's places down in Georgia, I've been told, in Florida, and different parts of Texas, and your cold states is the way I understand. I'm probably wrong, I don't know, but I seen some last night that was for sale, and $580. Lord have mercy. That's just totally out of reach right there. I don't know how anybody could buy some pieces for $580 and even recoup from that. I mean, I really don't, because you don't never know. I mean, cottonwood breaks, or cotton bark. I keep calling it wood, but it's actually cotton bark. It breaks, and you just gotta know how to fix it. You'd be curving along, and it just kind of like does its own thing. But that's the beauty of it. I mean, it's just beautiful. I love how I like how it sands when you need to sand it. I like how it does a texture. I just have really fell in love with cottonwood bark. So if anybody out there's got it in their woods and they want to send it to Whittler Dave, or send me a message, you can go to daveposton@gmail.com. That's how you can send me anything. daveposton@gmail.com. You can send me pictures, information, stuff like that. I keep forgetting to tell people that's how you can send me things. But maybe I'll get lucky, I mean, I don't use blueprints, you know that. I just draw as I go. I do. I gotta get my totes out and start packing up for a show and everything. I've got so much that I need to take to this show, and I'm gonna take everything. My good friend Brian told me just to take it all, which I agree with him. I was anyway. I'll take some of my Halloween and stuff like that, and Christmas naturally, because early bird gets the worm when you want to buy gifts for somebody. And then after that show, I can't pretty well come out of the shop. Maybe just for Burger King. I like to keep that up. Other than that, because I have about 5 months of just hard building. because I have a huge Christmas show that I do up on the mountain. And I will be announcing the dates and times for all that too. So anybody that comes in town that would like to come up and see me or purchase a piece, excuse me folks, purchase a piece of my work, or even Lara's work, because Lara carves and she makes jewelry. That's my wife. She makes her own handmade jewelry. So if you'd like just to come up, or just to come up and chit chat, it don't cost you nothing to talk to me. You don't have to buy nothing. You don't. You can just come up and chit chat with me. And Lara, if she's there, she's usually there. If she still has her same schedule, she'd be there on Mondays and Sundays. Sundays and Mondays. Yeah, but her schedule could change and everything. So we'll just have to wait and see. Gotta get these little fence curved down. And I'll turn these into boards. Right now everything is just rough. I'm just setting lines, and you know, that's all I'm doing. Yeah. Oh, I love the birds. I love my mountains. That's why I moved here. Is the beauty, the mountains. Hopefully one day I plan on moving out of Gatlinburg and moving further into the mountains. That's, you know, my goal was to come here and be the artist of Gatlinburg, and I did that for years. You know, I did it for a long time, and you know, that's my first dream. And then my second dream is to live way out in the mountains when no one's around, and just God country and the mountains. That's it. That's it. And if people want to come and visit me, or there's enough room, bring your camper. I wouldn't care. You know, I wouldn't care one bit. I love when people come to the shop. It makes an old man extremely happy. I feel alive. I feel like, and that's why I like YouTube so much, and you all have become my family. The ones that have chimed in, and the ones that came here. You know, I really don't got regular family. So you all have become my family. So when you comment on there, or send me something or whatever, just like, you know, just like I'm talking to my best friend. That's how I consider you. Just family. Family for an old man. Yep. Okay. I gotta take my glasses back. They keep sliding off. They need some adjustments. Oh, I see why. That earpiece, that nose piece is gone. Wow. That's why. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back. These things cost me $718. And they're not even a year old. Oh yeah. I'll have to go back. They keep sliding off my face. I see why now. They can fix it. They're super nice people. I don't really care for doctors and people, especially in my face, but these people that I went to, just absolutely nice people. It was worth the money that I spent, because I can see better now. So, yeah. I'm going to take them back and get them tuned up. We all need to be tuned up a little bit in life, don't we? Oh, yeah. Oh, mercy. I wish you could hear these birds. Mm-mm-mm. There we go. Just getting this background dropped down. And I'm hoping you all can see this, because I'm not for sure. There's a little bit of sun. I'm out here kind of by my barn, by my pickup truck, trying to block some of the sun. You know, I thought about getting my show tent out, the tent that I use to do shows in, and maybe doing that. I could sit underneath a tree over here, but then there's a lot of traffic that comes down that road, and then people playing that crazy music that I don't like. You know, so that kind of runs the what I trying to do a video for you folks. That I don't, like I said, I don't know how to edit. If I knew how to edit, I could go. I would do a video in Burger King. I mean, I could just, but you got to take out all the music, and I don't know how to do that. I mean, I could sit there and I'm there for a couple hours sometimes. So if I knew how to do that, I could shorten them up and speed them up like them people do, and what have you. Yep. I tell you, the people that follow me in Sweden, this gentleman is blowing me away. You know, he is reaching so far out of the box, and I am so proud of this gentleman, this man. He is just, he's really, it just drives me nuts. He has to live in Sweden. I wish he was here, because I could show, he wouldn't waste my time. You know, when I show people, I don't want you to waste my time. And I've taught a few people, and they just, you can tell when somebody's really into it. I've had a couple like that. Most time I get good students, but I've had a couple that, you know, they wasn't really into it. It's, you know, the hours and hours and hours that it takes just to do stuff like this. I mean, I got carvings that I've got months and years in. I got 2 tikis in there that I've got over a year in them, and I'm still not done drawing. Well over a year. It's still talking to me. So you gotta have some patience. That's the trick. And it all looks good on paper until you start carving, and then you think, well, that's not gonna work. So then you gotta redraw or rethink or what have you, or repair. It's always repairs. People that say they never have to repair their carvings, well, don't believe that. Things happen. Nothing's perfect. I had a guy message me on another one of my platforms, on my social media platform, and said, why don't you use a Dremel? It'd be much easier to do what I'm doing right here. And I said, well, sir, there's a couple reasons. One, I didn't grow up with a Dremel. I grew up with a knife and making tools, and then chisels, and then palm chisels, and like I said, making tools and designing things. And so, you know, I'm not knocking Dremel carvers, but I didn't grow up with it. I did not grow up with it. This here's my Dremel, right here in my hand. And I can sit here for hours and just take this out. I have the patience. I don't need like I said, I don't need a machine just to get in there and go, boop, and it's done. Nope. There's love here. There's lots of love right here just doing what I'm doing. Right here. It's part of my soul. And I want each one to be different. I do. So, lots of love. So I'm not, like I said, you know, I just told him that, you know, I have one, and when I want to sand and stuff like that, because sanding, and if you know, if you're a woodworker, It's probably the worst thing you have to do is sand. You know? It's one of the worst things you have to do. Sanding is just, ugh. But you know what's fun? I like to sand cars. I do body work. I did it for years, and I build cars. I always did enjoy body work. A lot of people don't like that, but I did. I like the smell of it. And sanding it, I have sanded for days on a fender on a car. Days. And that wasn't really, I mean, sanding don't bother me, but it's just the monotonous. But body work is just something different. It is. There we go. Yeah, I don't got anything really special planned for today. My wife has to go to work, so yeah, I don't do anything unless she can do it. So just sit home and make me a salad for after a while, and that's good enough for me. Yeah. Carving a lot of little simple Santa Clauses. Like I said, I'm not getting into none of the detail anymore. It just doesn't pay. It doesn't. And why spend hours on this and that when you're going to make just as much or more on what I call smalls? I'd rather make my money on smalls than larges. So I'm going to do a bunch of things in smalls for this Christmas show. I want everybody to enjoy art and take home art, and you know, like I tell people, it's like fishing. Fishing. You dabble the worm a little bit and they may come back because they like your work because you treated them fairly and treated them like, you know, with respect on the prices. So, yeah. See? There it is. I'm just getting all that cut in right there. I hope you can see this. Oh, Lord. I do. Let's run this border. Set this border in. Just see, look, that's all you need is take your knife, use your finger on the side, and then run her straight down. Control. Tip your blade up. When you get right there to that fence post, just tip your blade up. Stop that blade. I gotta start making my toys. I got all of them drilled, got the windows drilled and for the axles. Now I gotta start making them. So I have not made any yet. And I like my toys. Yes, I do. Take that piece right out. That's a border I put around this. And then when I frame this, it's basically got two frames. Yeah, now I can take that back down without the worry of messing up my side there. Let's see, where's my dog leg at? Remember, OCC Tools. You want quality tools that's reasonable. I like OCC tools. Drake is a good tool and everything. I have a lot of tools. But I've had these OC tools for a long time. Knocking that background down. See, I've set this line right here. Now, like I said, you can do it two ways. I'll show you the easy way. You can take a V-gouge. And you can come right in here. And you can just reset that line. And then you just carve right up to it. Biggest thing about carving is take your time. See how that lifted right there? See, I want a shoulder there. I want that to stand up. Just like that. I want that to stand up. I want it to be nice and high. Yeah. There we go. Now, I'll come in with a small little gouge to chatter this back up. And take a piece of sandpaper and just kind of run right down that and look at that line. Yeah. Yeah, see? Just that simple little, just a little line right there, part of the border. Take one of my palm chisels. I want different depths of the background. Yeah, there we go. I've done this before, but every time I do it, I change it up. I do different things and add different things and stuff like that. Gnarly little spot right there. You know, let's see here. It was to pick up both ways. There we go. Let's see what she looks like with a little knock off some of them fuzzies. I'm trying to, you know, mimic like an old background, an old piece of wood. Yeah, that's not bad. I know you probably can't see this, and I apologize. I'm hoping this will turn out pretty good. Blend all this together. We've got some people I'm going to show on simple little Santa Claus carvings. Supposed to show up at Burger King this week. I'm hoping they do. One's trying to learn to carve and stuff, so asked me about carving on a corner, and I said, well, you said you was going to be in town, just swing by. I'll bring I'll bring a little corner block. I'll bring these. So you had to carve on a corner. I'll probably start them out with like this is a 1x1. I cut on a corner. Start them out like that. May get them to carve a little Christmas tree. You know, this one's not done. The guy Doug does them a lot. I think he's from Canada. He's a phenomenal carver. You know what makes a true carver? I'll tell you what makes a true carver in my eyes. A true carver, a true artist, is not your ability and not how good you are. A true artist and a true carver is a person that is willing to share and teach. That's what makes a good artist. Somebody that is willing to, I can be doing a show and somebody could walk up and say, "Hey, Whittler Dave, I wish I could do that. I've been trying to whittle or been trying to do this and that," and I'll literally stop doing what I'm doing and pull them to the side and say, "Okay, talk to me." That right there is a true artist. That's a good carver, or a good painter, or a good sculptor, or a good whatever type of art you do. If you're willing just to share your love, then that's what makes you a good artist. Not just because you can do this naturally, that's nothing. But sharing your love with somebody, that's more than something. That's what makes a good artist. That's my opinion. I don't know if anybody will agree with that, but I'd like to hear your thoughts about that. Ones that are been doing this for a long time. See what you say. Yes. Oh, I just seen a red bird. You know what's funny here? We'll see them occasionally here in Gatlinburg, but we don't have that many bluebirds here in town. I seen one the other day, but we mainly see redbirds here. I mean, there's redbirds everywhere. Back where I'm originally from, you seen bluebirds and redbirds constantly. But here, we don't see that many bluebirds. Don't know why. Anybody knows? Let me know. Well, I hope you can see some of this. I really do. I really do. Yep. Yep. I guess here in a minute I'm going to get off here. I don't want to run this up too long, So I'm just doing a shallow relief carving. You got the birds and stuff. You got the two hearts, and you've got the tree with their house in it. There's going to be a little bird there, and there's a knot there. It's just the background. It's very simple. Very, very simple. And I'll put a frame around it and everything. And anywho, I'm just going to jump off here. It's going to probably, like I said, I don't know how this one's going to turn out. I'm hoping it does, and hoping everybody can see and stuff. But I just want to say thank you all who's been following me, and definitely the ones that have been subscribing and giving me wonderful comments. I love that. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, it's free. Doesn't cost you nothing, just to push the button. Always push that button for the likes. Leave me comments. That helps me out. If you come to Tennessee, jump on Google Maps and type in Whittler Dave. That's how you can bring up all the information for me. If you want to send me pictures or anything like that, it's daveposton@gmail.com. That's how you can send me stuff. If you got any relatives around the United States that has cottonwood, let them know. Go out and harvest some. I would like to find me some really big pieces that didn't break the bank. That's what I'd like to do. But anywho, I'm going to say thank you, everybody. You all have a blessed day, and I'll just talk to you later. Thank you again.